Hello and welcome to this What's New session. My name is Rasmus Wolf Jensen, and today we'll be looking into the new features of B1 Usability Package 4.2. First up is the new integration options. If we take a look at an overview picture, we have SAP Business One and we have Usability Package, which are able to customize the windows and features of Business One. In the same manner, you might have other add-ons as well, and they also work great with Business One. But as B1 Usability Package is a modification tool, we would like to be able to modify other add-on windows as well, and right now we have an issue not being able to do so. So we have been looking into ways of making this better. So before this release, we had the following scenarios on other add-on windows. We had the option to open the windows via macros, we had the option to work with validation system and the content creator. Similar, we had the option to make items read-only, but with certain limitations, and the same goes for mandatory fields. Things that couldn't work was using tab control, moving items with the item placement tool and hiding them, and adding function buttons. With the new release of Usability Package, we give the option to put in integration code into other add-ons so they work better with Usability Package. And once they have the integration code in them, you will be able to see that everything will be possible. We will be able to use the item placement tool, the tab control, the function buttons, and no more limitations on mandatory fields and make items readable. Please, however, note that this is the first step in the process of making better integration. We are right now working with the first SSP in introducing the integration framework, and they have their integration ready shortly after the 4.2 release. After this, we will invite other SSP into the program as well, because it requires them to make a small change into their code. It's a very easy thing to do. It can be done in 15 minutes or less, so there shouldn't be any issue in trying to do this. And if you are a creator of an add-on or interested in integration in general, you can contact me on rwj@boyum-it.com in order to get more information on this. The new integration is, however, not the only new customization we have into the new system. We also have the B1 Search customization. B1 Search has been great in the past, but the problem with it was that we decided what should be searched on, and so you couldn't search on your own data, on other add-ons data, or anything other than what we have decided. So we are now changing that. So an example would be that I have a user table. In this case, it's a very simple table, but it could be a complete add-on with a lot of data scattered around in different tables. But for now, the sample is best with a small amount of data. In the B1 Search customizations, we now have the option to do a search customization window, where you decide the name of what is searching for, you're being searching for. That will be listed in the down here. You will get the group name, that is the type you put in here, and you have the option to define some SQL with the search term in them, and the search term will be what we actually search for. You decide how the result string should be by using the different keywords from your search, and the golden arrow you have will be able to launch a universal function that can open up the window in question. Next major feature is the support of the 8.8 purchase quotation document type. The new document type is now supported, and as you can see, every single module where it makes sense to support it is now supporting it. Moving on, we have two new major features as well for the B1 printer delivery. The first one is the new delivery log, where you will be able to track everything you do with the B1 printer delivery. So in this case, you can see this AR invoice. You can right click it and say, I want to see the delivery log, and I will be able to see that on this specific date, on this specific time, I did some different actions. So I showed the report, I printed it to the default printer, I saved the report to this path, and I emailed the report to these two people with this subject. Everything happens automatically in this. Just use the product and it will automatically show the delivery log from this release on. Second thing is we have the option now to call the B1 printer delivery from the macro system. So you now have the option to make custom places where you want to actually use the B1 printer delivery. It's quite simple in order that we have a new command called B1P and D, and what you need to tell the system is I want to run the report configuration number 6 and I want to do the email action. Once you then launch this universal function from either a validation system or a function buttons, it will be able to do the action for the email button. Final new thing I will show today is the new Boyum icon pack, where we have seen a lot of people using the add and edit menus, but because it's a bit hard to make icons for menu items because they need a special background, many people don't get to the point where they actually make icons for their menu items. So in the documentation folder we now have a little zip file called Boyum icon pack, where you get all these different icons for free and you can just use them with your add and edit menus. So these were the new features I wanted to share with you, and as always you can download the new version from boyum-it.com/sbo.
This concludes this session. For training material, please go to service.boyum-it.com/education, or if you want a free demo of the product, go to license.boyum-it.com/B1UP. If you want to contact us, you can do it either by our sales email or our support email. Thank you for attending.